that's the case. I think that some products certainly might get more expensive, but the real issue with China is, are the products that are coming into the United States real products, or are they copycats of other products? And that's what I'm here to talk about, and that's the concern that my clients have. They're trying to protect their brand integrity, and it doesn't matter whether that product is $3 product or $3,000 product. Well, I'm not certain it's going to be a trade war, but I think that counterfeiting has been creating a war since it began, years and years and years ago, and they're certainly getting more aggressive, and there's a war in that regard, and we need to combat it. I think data privacy is a key issue that every company and every person, should be aware of and learn how to protect themselves from an attack. I mean, if you are in corporate America, whether you're a conglomerate Fortune 50 company or you're a small, business that I'm helping protect, your data is essential to you, and that actually goes back to intellectual property. It's that data that we use, that we build and utilize in a unique manner that we all need to protect. So whether it's working with an IT specialist or working with an attorney, well, you can check someone's website and look at the very bottom of the screen. It'll tell you if they're using some kind of SSL encryption, and that's not expensive. And there are little things that you can do, like covering the camera on your computer when you're not using it for any reason, because that camera can be hacked into, and then people can steal some of your information. So there are very inexpensive things that you can do to protect yourself. I think sometimes it's as easy as making sure that you have proper research done, so you're picking the right company to work with. So for example, where is your cloud? Where is it sitting? Is it sitting in America? Is it sitting outside of America? You're paying for the cloud anyway. Let's just have a conversation and determine which place is best for you to house your information. Well, I'm not sure what we're going to see with this particular nominee, and I don't know what fascism necessarily has to do with sexual harassment, but I can tell you, in my practice, not a lot has changed. In fact, I think we figured out more clever ways to harass people, and it really just goes back to very basic principles, and that is treating people with respect. I don't think we've learned to truly do that. I think we allow our personal desire sometimes to stand in the way of being a regular person. So, for example, I had a case that was discriminatory against women because of the placement of the restrooms. So the men's restroom was on site and readily available. So if the men had to use the restroom, they didn't have to clock in and out because they weren't wasting time getting to and from the facilities. But for women, the facilities were placed far away. It wasn't a porta potty, it was inside a building under the guise of, we're trying to be nice. But those ladies had to clock in and out, and they lost 35 minutes a pop going to the restroom because they had to travel 15 minutes walking to and from. So that's one way to harass somebody in the workplace, and you haven't, touched them inappropriately or looked at them inappropriately. But and I know that women, when we dress a certain way, we're judged immediately, whereas a man is just judged if they're neat. Is your shirt tucked in? Does your tie match? Nobody says, oh, look, his pants are too tight. It never comes up in conversation. But with women, is the skirt too tight? Is the skirt too loose? Is she too fat? Is she too thin? And all of these things help others treat us inappropriately.